Hello Guardians, Ebontis here with you guys for another vendor preview of the weapons they've got for the week. So they do change weekly now, so let's check out and see if anything is good. We're going to check with New Monarchy first. So here at New Monarchy, didn't find anything too amazing, but his top one for the week I would say is probably his Impeacher 5 sidearm, because it's got rangefinder, hand-loaded, and quick draw. So you can pull it out quick. You can get that range bonus on a sidearm, which is always going to be beneficial to have a little more improved range. And then as soon as you get down sights, you'll have an even further improved range on a sidearm that should be pretty reasonable. Pair that one with something like the Sure Shot sight, getting that superb target acquisition. It's a reasonable gun, and honestly, there wasn't anything else here that jumped out at me, so if you want a decent sidearm, maybe check this one out. Here at Dead Orbit, we've got really nothing too amazing, but a pretty decent scout rifle worth checking out. So here we take a look at, we've got first crowd control, so kills with this weapon grant bonus damage for a short time, so if you're killing a lot of enemies, say in like a raid or something, this could be beneficial. Then you've got perfect balance, so it should be a lot more stable, easy to manage, and it's got only 14 in the clip, so it should hit pretty hard. And then finally you've got explosive rounds for that extra bonus damage as well. So between crowd control and explosive rounds, you might be able to even one-shot those shanks when it comes to the Wrath of the Machine raid, something like that, you might find it beneficial. Pair that one with either the range lens, or the red dot's going to be either way, but a little bonus to range and stability with this range lens as well. Depending on what you prefer. But honestly, explosive rounds, crowd control, and perfect balance, it's a pretty decent scout rifle, a good workhorse, and may be able to take out some of those shanks. When it comes to the Wrath raid, as I was saying, that can be good to one-shot them possibly, so I'll have to test this one out later, but it might work. Still, not a bad scout rifle to say the least. Future War Cult, again, nothing too giant jumping out at me as an amazing roll, but there's a couple reasonable ones. First, you've got the weighting. If you do enjoy your fusion rifles, you've got rangefinder and hammer forge to boost those projectile speed, and you've got accelerated coils to have something that hits already very hard, maybe a little less hard, but charge a little bit faster to make it a little bit more viable. So pretty good options if you want some very fast projectiles to charge a little quicker. Those things will get there in a hurry and hit very, very hard. So decently powerful fusion rifle. Then we come down here to the Wounded. Honestly, a very similar scout rifle because we've got crowd control. You've either got hammer forge, which scout rifles don't need range really, but unflinching if you need to keep that accuracy going. You've got explosive rounds or full auto. So kind of your choice there, but with that crowd control, you might get some decent damage. Again, in more of a raid situation where you have multiple enemies to kill. Range lens, again, boosting that stability and range. And then, of course, reflex and a red dot seem to be pretty popular. And finally, the last one that might be worth looking at is the Wormwood as well. You've got hot swap, you've got fitted stock for that stability, a little extra, accuracy when you switch over for that quick swap, and then high caliber rounds. A little bit of stagger, little tiny boost of range, not too bad for a sidearm to have these, just hits a little bit harder and staggers people as they're working on you. So a pretty decent amount of stability when you switch over, and then high caliber rounds paired with it. Not too shabby if I do say so. That's pretty much it for Future War Cult. Here we are at the Vanguard quartermaster, and this is a pretty lackluster week, honestly, across the board so far. The sidearm is reasonable, as this is going to be one of the higher impact sidearms, and this thing's got hot swap, so it's going to be a little more accurate for those first few seconds when you switch over, which is usually when you're going to want it when you're coming up on somebody pretty quickly. Pair that one with Zen Moment. It does take, more shots to usually take somebody down with a sidearm, but they come quickly, so causing damage increases stability, so it might get a little stability. Not the best stability perk, but one that a sidearm at least can take advantage of. And then you've got high caliber rounds here, again, for that range and stagger on your enemy. So not an amazing one here, but Vanguard doesn't have a whole lot to offer. You can mostly skip over the Vanguard if you want to this week. Here at the Crucible Quartermaster, the last one, unfortunately not really doing much better. We've got the Event Horizon, which is okay. You've got unflinching, so it's a little easier to use. Maybe think of this for like your Nightfall this week if you need one. Got casket mags, so you've got that extra shot in the magazine, and mulligan. In case you miss, you can take advantage of that larger magazine. Pair that with short gaze. It's a short scope, decent reload speed, so not too shabby. If you just need a solar sniper this week for the Nightfall, and you want something that hits hard, this might work for you. On the other hand, we've got the chaotic neutral machine gun. Got persistence, so if you need to unload some bullets into a target, you can. And perfect balance, making those actually go a little quicker. And you can go one of two ways. Spray and play. If you empty the magazine, you can get it reloaded back quicker, or you can go life support if you need that help when you're wounded to get some health back. You've got smart drift control, soft ballistics if you need a little boost of range. Either way, it's an okay machine gun if you need to pump some damage into something, say, in a PvE category. PvP, you'll likely more just get small bursts on people where you're not going to hold it down and get a huge use out of persistence. So there are better perks there, but it's okay for the week. But as you guys can see, unfortunately, the vendors don't have anything amazing for the week. I will see if the gunsmith has anything that's looking at tomorrow. Post that up if he does. Otherwise, maybe just that dead orbit scout rifle if you need something that's going to hit fairly hard when it comes to some of the raid smaller enemies. Other than that, lackluster week for sure. Sorry, nothing too great to report to you guys. But as always, hope you enjoyed the video. Drop that like below if you did. Check out my other videos. Going to do a Challenge of Elders solo run probably tomorrow and get that posted up. So look for that video link. Going to have the Nightfall video posted up on this one as well. And other than that, enjoy the week, guys. Daybreak is live, so go in there and have some fun in the Nightfall. It's a blast. You can definitely have a lot of fun as a hunter with Celestial Nighthawk. Going to do a lot of damage with that one. So have some fun, guys. Enjoy. Talk to you soon.